Mr.
Oh, hello
Ren
there, Club.
Dog. Hello. Good to see you.
Hello, good sir.
I was muted the whole time. Hello, Ren.
Oh, good. Professional as always, we are. How's
Indeed.
it going, Cub?
I'm doing well, man. How are you doing? How are you doing out here? You feeling a little dreary? You feeling a little
Yeah.
like you want to go home a little bit, perhaps?
I mean, I'm mildly disappointed in what has happened out here. It was so nice and peaceful. I was starting to get in the groove out here, dude. And you've come and jumped all over my daisies. Why you do this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, this is a definite improvement over what was here, okay? It was nice and green. We like the desaturated look.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to strongly disagree with you on that one.
Okay.
You know, this is
Yeah, you know what? You know where it's not desaturated though, Ren Dog?
where.
Home. 30 million blocks away, as in home.
Why can't you just leave me alone out here? Let me build my boats and stuff, dude. I'm chilling.
Yeah, that boat. Have you tested that boat recently? Is it is it seaworthy? Is it lake worthy?
I mean, there seems to be some sort of a fungal infection that's occurring that I'm not happy about. But, it's barnacles, tentacles, and whatnot.
Yep.
Well, I'll clean it up. I'm going to clean it up.
Okay.
I'm going to clean it up. Yeah.
A dock's a little pale, though.
How am I supposed to get conduits 30 million blocks away and add them to my shop 30 million? I don't think you've thought this through.
You can find a way, Ren. I believe.
I suppose I could mail them back, potentially.
Yeah. We can get a mail person out here for you.
But dude, that means I have to go do work. I have to go find conduits and stuff. I just want to fish and chill out here, bro. I don't want to go find conduits.
Well, I mean, look, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to keep this desaturated look out your window for the rest of your life out here, I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah.
That's your choice to deal with or not, you know?
Look, I don't want to be mean, but this is the ugliest thing that I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, it would make me want to go home. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you're looking to set up permanently out here. I mean, look, there's some good spots out here. Follow me. I'll show you.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know, maybe somewhere here, all the way out here is good.
Yeah, this is it seems a little far, don't you think?
No, this is great, dude. Look at this. You get this beautiful view of the world border. Look, this little island, dude, this could be Cub Island over here. Look at this. You get the world border behind you.
Seems a little removed. I don't know.
Look, the Cub Island right there, dude. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Yeah, it is on the ocean.
Exactly, dude. That ocean smell. It's amazing out here.
Seems a little far away from the main area, though. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, dude. Look, now that we're out of ear's reach of everyone back in exile, and we're friends,
Sure,
bro.
Sure.
You have quite a pungent smell about you. I don't think you should be around the community.
Bro, you serious? You're serious right now.
Dude, look, a real friend can tell another friend that they stink. That's all I'm saying.
I see how it is, Ren. All right. Well,
yeah.
Hope that ship's secure, man, because it might be getting a visit soon. I'll see you around, Ren. I'll see you around. Yeah, Ren Dog basically telling us we smell and then telling us to go live on a deserted island far from where the other hermits are out here. That's not going to stand. We're going to have to pay a visit to Ren Dog very, very soon. All right, everybody. So I think what we're going to do today, besides getting Ren Dog back, we're going to actually start to build a little bit of a base here. We're going to build, I think, along this road. Unlike the smelly island that Ren Dog would prefer to have us on. So what we'll do is we'll just basically start chopping some of these trees. I want a nice flat area, and I think this is relatively flat. This is a little bit high up, but I don't think that's too bad. It's more or less flat in this region over a pretty big area. So yeah, I'm going to start chopping here. Going to need to be a pretty large area, so let's clear this out and see where we're at. All right, everybody. So I went ahead and I cleared out an area here. We're starting to flatten the area, and I'm going to go ahead and set my spawn right here. There we go. And yeah, I think next step is just flatten this area out so we have a nice area to build our structure on. And as far as what we're going to build, I'm kind of leaning toward a castle, but I don't really have the stone for it right now. I just have like a bunch of wood and stuff that I stole from the New Hermiton. And then we just have whatever's in our ender chest, which, you know, we have a bunch of like TNT in there. We got a bunch of obsidian and lava and beds when we were trying to catch Joe. And then we have some just miscellaneous things like wood, and we do have some dirt and grass, which help. But yeah, everything else is just, you know, pale oak logs, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, we're just going to have to see what happens here. Maybe we can get somebody from spawn like Grian or Scar or Skiz to potentially gift us some stone from our base. Like they could go there and then throw it to the end portal. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and level this area and then hopefully get a nice spot to build the structure. All right, everybody. So we got ourselves a little storage area figured out. So yeah, got some barrels here. We've already started to store some of our like wood and concrete powder, which we had, and some rare stuff, mob drops, dirt, organic, stuff like that. And we've also started to make a sort of like entrance type thing to what's going to be our build. So this is going to be it pretty much. We're going to basically have like a big square structure. We're going to have like an entrance here. There'll be something very prominent here that people can check out. We might have some like side rooms as well. I think on both sides would be kind of cool. But this is going to be the main storage area back here. Now, you'll notice that we have some stone up here. I actually went and mined this stone at a nearby mountain, but we can actually hopefully order some stone from Grian and or Scar, who might be able to acquire some stone shulkers for us. And that would really help us out to get some stone bricks and cracked stone bricks and stuff like that. So, yeah, that might be something that we can do. So, I'm actually going to head back to the spawn area, see if we can do just that. See if they can pass some stuff through the portal to us. Alright, some ender pearls have come through. That's a good sign. That means somebody's in the end. And it has now started to rain. Fantastic. Dang it. What the heck? Ender pearls. Okay, ender pearls came through okay. Yep. That's green. Yep. Yep. That's a lot of pearls. That's a lot of pearls. What is that? Why is this just all the junk in Grian's inventory? Why is there like 10,000 pearls? I'm going to pick these up so we can see. Oh, there's a drown coming for us now and everything. Oh my goodness. Alright. We really don't need these pearls though. Maybe one stack. That's probably good enough. There's even more! Guys, come on. Enough with the pearls. Hey, let's go. That's what we're after right there. There's some shulker boxes of stone. Beautiful. That will help tremendously. Grass blocks. Cobblestone. Oh, baby. Oh, another stone. Another stone. Oh, baby. That's looking nice. That's looking nice. Some good stuff. Got the stone. Fantastic. That's beautiful. Couple shulker boxes. Oh, some food. Thank you. Thank you. Carrots too. Let's go. Oh, there's the book. There's the book. Yep, that is the permit pledge. Yep. Remember the reason why we're here. Of course. Take a look. The permit office is good. The permit office is great. The permit office I love. This place is top rate. We gotta give some copies to some people here out here as well. We had them send that. What else we got? We got a bunch more stuff. Oh my god. Why is there junk coming through too? Torches. Oh my god. I think we're full. Oh no, we're not full on torches. Torches. Yep. Cool. Alright. Good stuff. I think, is that it? I think that might be it. I think that might be it. Oh, permanent office care package box. Oh, snap. Let's go. Let's go. We got a B-dubs head. We got a clock. some TNT, some carrots, visibility potion, wind charges, a shrieker, flight duration. I think I got everything. I hope. I think it... Oh! Oh, snap! Whoa! Whoa. Big boomer just came through. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this. This might just, like, stay there. Potentially. Oh, there's some TNT. Okay, yep. Boom goes the dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite. Thanks, guys, for all the stuff. So now time to let you guys in on a little secret. Now, the primary reason we're building this base is not just for it to house our stuff, but instead to trap people and slay them. That's right. There's no rules here. There are 0 rules, which means we can trap, we can blow up, or, you know, we could have a cheeky little barrel here that, when opened, would drop you into a pit of lava, ruining all your stuff and slaying you. I'm just saying. That might be what we're doing here. Maybe. Wow, that is really zoomed in on my face. But yeah, that is what we are doing here, actually. We're going to put a pit of lava a few blocks underneath here, so that if anybody comes in here and opens this barrel, bam, they fall down. And then, yeah, obviously it closes underneath of them, they die in the lava, and they probably at that point will want to go home. Certainly, right? Certainly. Alright everyone, so I hastily threw up this castle here. You see we got a little moat in front to prevent players from just running right up to the front of it. You'll see why that is in a moment. But yeah, we got a few plants in there. Not really much on the decoration here because, again, this is not really meant to be our base. This is meant to be a trap that we lure people in thinking it's our base, and that's how we get them. So, yeah, we basically walk in here. Obviously, with the gravel here, people might be thinking this is a trap, but it's not. Then we have this lectern on diamond blocks that says read me. And this is sort of the central, I guess, attraction of this whole area. So, basically, we have this lectern. And this lectern is attached through a whole bunch of redstone to some things on the sides of the walls here. But we hope that people come in and they don't see this. They just look at the lectern, they see read me, they look in here, and they start to read. Now, this lectern is actually attached to a dispenser right here. This currently has crackstone bricks in it, but eventually it will have TNT. And then we have over here the same thing, a dispenser, and there's actually a sticky piston with slime block up there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually read this book, and when that happens, we'll see an item shoot out here and an item shoot out here, which will be TNT, but not at the moment. So boom and boom. So TNT will launch out from this hole on both sides whenever somebody turns this page. And if we turn it back, you'll see it does it again. You see how it sort of launches out every time we do that. And yeah, that's sort of how it works. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Let's just go ahead and grab the rest of this. And we'll go ahead and grab the rest of this. And now you might be wondering, okay, so what happens if somebody just comes up here and decides to take some diamond blocks? Well, guess what? We take a diamond block. You heard some dispensers behind us. That's right. We got some more dispensers right here, which will have TNT. So if I put like some andesite in here, and I'll put some andesite in here, like this. There we go. So these will basically dispense the item. Cover these back up so it's a little bit hidden. Anytime you break any of these diamond blocks. So there it shot off, and this one shot off as well. So these will also have TNT inside of them. Because why not? And this is not necessarily meant to kill the player. This is basically meant to just, like, I guess, scare the player in a way. But this thing up here, this thing is meant to kill a player. So basically what we have here, and I actually need, well, No, we have two. Okay, we have two buttons. I just want to make sure. So basically here we have a dispenser. This dispenser is right in front of, or right behind a powered rail. And so what we can do here is we can put TNT minecarts in this dispenser, up to 9 TNT minecarts here. We hit this button. This rapidly deploys the minecarts, the TNT minecarts here, and then I can flick this lever to power this. The minecart will then fly over the moat, killing anybody and also destroying a pretty significant area in front of the base, like on the pathway there. So that's a cool option that we have here. The little cannons here and here. We could add even more over, like if we really want to, like over here, for instance, could be one. I think it would actually end up like right just beyond the moat. So that's kind of cool. We got some little decoration over here. We can also go up both sides, which is kind of cool. And of course we got, you know, nice decoration in here to make it look kind of legit. Of course, this back here leads to the storage room, which we've now finished, by the way. So yeah, I think that is pretty much done. And again, it's meant to be mostly a trap. It's not really meant to be a very, like, in-depth base or anything. And then, of course, we have some B-dubs sleepy time action. So, yeah, that's cool. We got a clock there as well. And, of course, we have the bed right here. So, I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and put down... Actually, first of all, let's reset this book here. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so now we cannot touch this. Let's just remember that. And the hope is that this might not kill somebody. I'm not anticipating killing anybody, but it will keep them on edge, right? We want people to be on edge. We want people to go back to the main area. That's our main goal here. So it doesn't necessarily have to kill somebody. It just has to make them a little bit on edge, a little bit weary of playing in this area out here by the world border. So that's sort of the goal here. Let's actually go ahead and load up the TNT, just because, yeah, I think it's probably best we do so. So that way everything can hopefully be triggered by somebody, some unsuspecting hermit, later on today. So we'll just go ahead and load this up. Load this up as well. And there we go. Okay. Trap is set. I'm actually going to move out of this area. And I should probably also move out of this area because of this barrel, which can, yeah, hopefully get somebody as well. So, yeah, let's log off maybe outside of this area here. And we will hopefully come back to this area being destroyed in some way. Alright guys, it's the next day. We're in front of the castle and it looks like something has happened. What the heck? Under construction, okay. I don't know if this is a trap itself. Oh, there was an explosion, it seems. I think somebody did set this thing off. Yep. Alright, well... I say, all right, the sign is still here. That's a good sign. Yeah, I guess we will. Yeah, we got to put some more vines back down and stuff. We'll rebuild this in the exact same manner it was before, and then go from there. All right, we've now went ahead and rebuilt this whole area down here, so it's more or less the same as what it was beforehand. Not exactly the same, but close enough. And we also went ahead and filled in some TNT minecarts up here into these dispensers here, and we got backup TNT minecarts here. So in case anybody is walking along this path, all we got to do is hit that button, flick that lever, and they're vaporized. So with that done, we're now moving on. Moving on now to New Hermiton. Let's go see what's happening there today. New Hermiton, of course, the dreary, grayified area that we built last time, and this place is pretty haunted. This place, yep. It is indeed pretty haunted. So, I feel like we gotta lean into this hauntedness. And while doing so, while leaning into this hauntedness, we will sort of, I guess, encourage subtly the hermits to give up their permits. Let me sleep, and then I will show you what I mean. Alright guys, so here's my plan. I'm gonna use a skulk sensor plus note block to make custom audio play. Because if I walk here, you'll see that, yeah, basically activates the skull sensor and plays the note block. But we have some heads here. We got a beef head, we got a Joe Hills head, and a Zombie Cleo head with some custom audio that I put on. So check this out.
Return the permits.
Pretty spooky.
Return the permits.
If you heard that, wouldn't you return the permits? I mean, come on now. So that's one of the lines. We got a couple others in here as well. For instance, like this line here with the Joe head.
Time to go home.
Pretty good, pretty good. And then we got the beef head.
Trust in the permits.
Always trust those permits. So let's hide these around here in certain spots, and yeah, hopefully they will subtly hint to the hermits. Give up the permits and go home. Alright guys, so we put some audio cues around here. Check this out. If we walk in,
return the permits.
It just sort of permeates the entire area here at New Hermiton, which is fantastic. If we continue on, we got even more audio cues. Check it out.
Trust in the permits.
Just in the background, just real subtly, you know? Just real subtly if you're walking through this area.
Trust in the permits.
So yeah, there's that. We got one over here.
Time to go home.
There you go. So see how it's sort of just real subtle in the background, you know? Just really trying to wear down their psychological state to a point where they're just begging to go home. But now, we got to change up our tactics a little bit. Now, we met with Ren Dog earlier, and he said, among other things, that we smell, we're not allowed here, we're not welcomed here, and he was basically just mean to us, you know? So, we're going to head on over to Ren Dog's ship, and I think I've developed a way to test the integrity of his ship here. You see, this is his HMS Symmetria, Captain by Ren. And so, I thought it would be interesting to see if we could actually sink Ren Dog's ship. So you might be asking yourself, Cub, how in the world are you going to sink Ren's ship? Blocks in Minecraft, they don't function like normal. Like, we can't actually move this ship down into the water. Unfortunately. But that is where you are wrong, my friend. You actually can sink something as long as that something is sunk in iron. That's right. We're going to sink Ren's ship in anvils. We're going to dump so many anvils that it effectively sinks the ship in solid iron. And we're going to do this by blaming Asuma. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Exile over here thought he was safe. He's not in New Hermiton. He's technically not exiled, but we're blaming him anyway because it's always fun to blame Asuma. So the plan is we're going to try to basically tower over from Asuma's, probably using like scaffolding or something, all the way over Ren's ship, and then put a whole bunch of anvils in the sky here above Ren's ship that can be triggered from Asuma's area. And then hopefully Asuma or someone else sees this, goes over there, triggers it, giving us plausible deniability, and all the anvils just rain down on Ren Dog's HMS Symmetria. Alright guys, we're making progress here. We're getting some anvils crafted up. Hello? Apparently there's a drown that has made its way all the way up to the surface and is trying to kill me. Okay, that's cool. We'll just shut that door there. There we go. But yeah, you can see the enormous scaffolding we have here. The idea is we're going to have a piston here, and then when somebody comes up to investigate, either through walking via this door, they trigger the piston, which is going to be activated by Skulk Sensor, destroying all the scaffolding with all the anvils on top, which will then come raining down on Ren's ship. At least, that's the hope. That's the hope here. So, anyways, still going to keep crafting up some stuff. We got a lot more anvils to craft, and may actually need to call on Skiz or Scar. They're both on now, so they can maybe get us some more materials, so we can drop even more anvils on Mr. Ren Dog's ship, burying it in iron. Fantastic. Alright guys, we got most of this ship covered now, I think. You can see a couple layers of scaffolding, and we're using gravity blocks here so that these gravity blocks fall when the scaffolding falls. And we also have contacted Skiz. Skiz is bringing us a few shulker boxes of iron from our base, which is fantastic. The POE doing their jobs, and yeah, making our life out here a lot easier through additional resources. So thank you to those guys, and yeah, we'll go get that iron, and then hopefully start placing down some anvils here. Oh, he's sending it through. He's sending it through. Yep, we are ready. Message. Skiz ready. Hopefully it appears here. We'll see. Aha! There he is. Skiz coming through, ladies and gentlemen. Skiz coming through. There we go. Some boxes of iron. So once again, a big thanks to the POE coming through for us in the clutch, giving us some blocks of iron and things. So yeah, much appreciated to Skiz for that. Alright, last stack, everybody. One more to go. This is pretty much it. I think I'm going to go higher in the middle portion here. Maybe a little more on the front. And there we go. That's it. That's all of the iron. I think this is over 2,000 anvils we have now. Let's just see what we got. Yeah, that looks pretty sick. So, if this is broken, this will then drop all of the anvils down on Ren's ship. And we're going to head over here. I got to place down now the piston and the skulk sensor, which is the most tricky part. Piston is in place. Flood of iron is in place. Let's place down the skulk sensor. And then we're shifting and we're going to back away slowly. And hopefully everything turns out okay. Okay. So we're just going to head on down here. None of this should activate it, so we should all be good here. And we'll leave it for either Asuma or Ren or Jevin or some combination of all those guys to find it in the future. So with that, guys, I think that's going to have to be it for me today. We'll see if anybody falls for any of our traps we placed around the area. We did place a few more that I didn't show that will hopefully surprise some people. But yeah, the anvil thing I think is going to hopefully turn Asuma against Ren, and Ren might try to exile Asuma, and then Jevin might get... Who knows? But this is basically what we're doing here. We're trying to cause chaos. We're trying to cause basically confusion and disorder. So hopefully this and some of the other traps we've set today work and do just that. But until next time, thanks so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.